Alright guys, here's the aftermath of a 77 Lincoln Continental. This is one we ran. Sorry it's a little dark, I'll turn the lights on. But this one, as you remember, my little brother ran this one here, but this one's been on the channel, I think since I started the channel. I think the first video I put on my channel was of the new motor put in this thing. And I think we had this thing since 2014. Got it from work, just ran it. Never bent the front frame, nothing like that. This thing's been through probably 9 derbies, maybe not quite 9, but I mean it's been close to it. It's had a front end put on it. This front end off of this is actually off a Grand Marquis, like a 70s. It actually pushed the fender back so for me, you can tell the core support was rotted. The other 70s car, it's on the channel too. We ended up junking it because it was too bad. Frame was completely gone, body was gone, it wasn't even safe to run. But this thing here, everything in the front did good. Bumper went down, which sucks. Still didn't bend the front frame at all. Other than that, the front frame I'm going to cut and keep all the steering components because you can't find this stuff anywhere. It's hard to find. But we had this one set up kind of like I do on my other ones. Now his has a switch. It's been in there. It's been changed so many times. But we have the chain on the door, on the post there. And then we have door-to-door bar, seat bar, and you got a dash bar. Now we took the tank out of this already and stuff, so get ready to fill it with junk and stuff we don't need. It's been laying around. So other than that, the body of the car's in good shape. This car was actually no rust. What happened to it is the rear of this thing went to crap. It did good. I mean, it held up for years. I didn't have no bumper on it, and you can tell, look at the frame rails. It actually blew see the humps there, it blew the humps out real bad. It's actually got the dry shaft pinned where it won't move. But we had a Ford 302 5.0 liter engine in this. It's actually right here. And piece of advice, you guys run these, you have to watch your oil filter and your motor mount. These motor mounts break, it shifts, and the oil filter catches off of the motor mount that bolts to the frame, which is right there. And it tore a hole in it. I'll show you this one here. See the side of the oil filter? It was all from it breaking the motor mounts. Now I've had it before. I've got hit so hard and hit somebody so hard it actually ripped the casting out of the block. But yeah, as you can tell there, it's missing the bearing, the cap, everything. And then you look down there, there's a rod. There's all kind of carnage on the floor. It sucks because I had the parts to fix this too, even though if it was just spun the bearing or whatever, and it's so bad it actually busted the cylinder, so there ain't no saving that one. But I do have another block, and I'm going to put new bearings in it in the bottom end and try and make a motor out of one of them. But I figured might as well do a video on this thing here. We're getting it ready, strip everything else out of it. I'm going to take my dash bar, my seat bar, my seat's coming out. I'll keep the column, all that stuff will come out. I'll probably even hold on to the gas pedal and stuff. Probably all the brake stuff, because that stuff is hard to find. That all runs off power steering, so if I get another one of these or something and, you know, say that somebody robbed it, then at least I'll have it. I mean, I could go with a different setup too, you know. I don't have to have that, because this is, the gearbox runs off of the booster. It's all one. I forget what the specific name of it is. And then I'll keep my transcooler. Like I said, we're keeping the front frame for all the suspension and stuff. Other than that, then the rear end's coming out because it has a 9-inch Ford rear in it, so we're going to keep that, and that's going to go under the suicide door Lincoln. And then other than that, we'll just take chains out and fill her with junk and send her back. This was a free car, so I'm nothing in it. It's got us since 2014. So I mean, heck, I can't even remember. This thing's ran. It's been in about 8 or 9 derbies. So I figured give it the final farewell. It's kind of sad to see it go when you have a car that long, but dang thing did good. I left my little brother run it, and he ran it at Somerset. If you type in Somerset County Fair 2019, you can see this thing run. He drove the wheels off of it, I'll tell you that. I told him hammer down. It's his first derby. just go to it, won't go no more, and that's what he did. I mean, it totally destroyed the motor, but he did manage to pull a heat win out of it, so at least it went out in the bang. It actually did get a win. But he ran my dad's car in the feature then, because this thing, it was locked tight. But I mean, I did get it to spin, but as you can tell, the rod's broke. But I mean, even the hood's mangled. But just want to do a last video on that here, and maybe we get one of these in the future. We'll try and build it a little stronger next time, put a heavier bumper on it. I mean, I'd put different bumpers on it, but I actually just got a bunch of good bumpers. I'm not going to say what they are, but I got a bunch of good ones we're going to try and see if that'll, maybe next time we get one or get a heavier car like this, we'll see how they do. I got one for the suicide door that's pretty decent, so we'll see what that does. That we'll be building that here coming up in the spring, so stay tuned for that. I think it's a 62 or 63 Lincoln Continental suicide doors. But alright, well, that ends it all for this. Any questions on this, feel free to ask on a Lincoln, because I have done it. Trust me, this car has been tore apart. Motor, this thing has so many motors in it, in and out of it. I lost track of count. It had a original 460 big block in it. I ran that 1 year, tore that out, put a 302 in it, made it fit, welded plates in to make it fit. That motor blew up, put another 302 in it. That motor was no good, put another one. It's had probably 5-6 motors in it. But the only thing that sucks is I wish I could have put, like that one there, I wish I had the LS built, but just didn't have the money back in. You know, you just kind of got to wait, and if you want something, you just got to either save up for it and get it when you go. You know, you can't. I understand a lot of people. I'm not like a lot of people that have money out the ass, but I mean, you know, I work a 9-to-5 job, full-time job, and it's hard to manage bills and keep the cars on the road and then have this as a hobby. So trust me, I know all about, especially in Derby in these days, the more money you have, they usually come out with the win because they got the $10,000 motor, or, you know what I mean, maybe not quite that much, but they got the brand new rebuilt motors. I can't afford that, and I know there's a lot of people out there that can't, and you know, they go a little overboard with stuff. Like, I mean, they could blow a tire and replace it the next day. Me, I blow a brand new tire, you're sitting on it till, you know, you get money saved up for another one, or, you know, you blow your motor up, it's the same thing, you know. They can go out and rebuild one or fix one. We can't do that. But biggest thing is just take your time building them and don't rush. You know, I ran how many years, and I'm just starting to get a good engine and training and driveline set up. So, you know, you don't got to be top of the line. It's a fun sport. Shit's gonna happen. You know, you could have the best quality stuff out there. It could last you forever. I mean, I've already taken a car there that I didn't even think was gonna run. The darn thing went till literally the drive shaft snapped. I mean, it wouldn't even drive up on a trailer. But I've already seen cars that wouldn't run, went in there and pulled a first place win. So, you know, sometimes it's not in all what you spend in. It's how you build it. And the biggest thing I've noticed over the years is don't forget the small stuff. Don't do it right the first time. If you're gonna do like a battery cable, don't splice it together. Go save some money. Go buy a new cable, run one solid cable, make sure it's not going to, you know, wrap a hose around it like this. I know this is gas line. Take a hose, wrap it around. You know, it's just the stupid stuff you do. It's the little things you miss. Like the other year, I forgot a vacuum line, put a clamp on it. It come off and it was on the brake booster. Sucked too much air, didn't want to start. It caused me to go to the feature, the heat win. It wouldn't start, but no sooner it cooled down a second, fired right up and drove off the track. It's like, you know, all I needed to do was start and make, you know, 1 or 2 more hits and keep going. But, you know, just it's the small stuff. But it's like this one here, it's just been stupid stuff takes it out. The one time it got hit, the throttle cable kicked sideways and I didn't have a hand throttle. But the more problems you have, you find ways to fix it and better it. So, like, I run a hand throttle now and stuff like that. You know, you never know. You might not use it, but you might use it. You never know. But, alright. Last time we'll be seeing this thing here. We're going to cut everything off of it and put her up on the trailer, and she'll go to the cruncher, and that'll be the last of her. But, alright, I'll give you some more updates. I want to give you guys the aftermath of that Crown Vic 2 You've seen it. I think I started it and revved it on the channel, but we're going to do an aftermath of that one. It's at like, I think 08 Crown Vic it says on there. And I'm going to do an aftermath of my dad's car because that one hasn't been on the channel. I actually didn't get a chance to build it. Well, not build it, but I mean show you the build on that one, which kind of sucks because I had a 305 Chevy and it wasn't nothing spectacular, but you know, just in case if anybody was trying to figure an easy way to put a 305 in, which is not bad at all. But all right, we're going to end it off there. This will be the last time of the 77 Lincoln Continental. But like I said, any questions, feel free to ask. And we'll catch you on the next video. Hopefully we can find another one of these sometime.